I was good at drawing.
Kata, good days, no bold.
No.
Is catch.
No.
No bold, no fashion.
No bold. Yes, the foresters. So I wasn't influenced by them with the drawing, ne? But I just wished that. Hello beautiful people, my name is Buggz and welcome to Hearty Moments with Buggz, where we share tips and stories on millennial motherhood and we dip a bit into fashion and lifestyle. So on today's show we have Mr. Hearty and he will be hosting us today. Basically he'll do the intros and he'll handle today's show. He's giving me a break, so yeah.
Hello guys, as you'd all know by now, I am Uliso Soldati, the gentleman behind the camera, and today I am leading in front of the camera. Today we've got a very interesting topic, and I think it's one that's currently trending at this point in time. You know, we've heard people talk about influencer, and all that kind of good stuff. So we are today maybe going to be jumping into our personal lives, looking at how the micro-influencers in our space and in our spheres have influenced us into the persons and the people that we are today. Over and above that, we're also going to be maybe looking at other things and other segments of media that have influenced us, whether it's TV, whether it's celebrities, and the modern day influencer that has grown through social media. We'll also be touching into a bit of that. I think I'll start. So the first part maybe we'll talk about is what influenced the way I date, or what influenced how I am in a relationship. I think for me it's really something to say indlela endikhule ndi-observa ngayo relationships. I think for you to understand this, you'd need to understand the fact that I've grown up with a single mother. My father was around from time to time, but I've grown up with a single mother and I've grown up observing relationships. I wish that angakhona in my life. I wish kunganje. And in doing so, and in living those experiences, it's really influenced how I am in a relationship. I think that's the biggest influence in terms of the things that I desired growing up and the relationships that I've observed in and around my community and not necessarily my family. Because I think I don't remember at any point in time, kukhona man of the family or a father, even quick cousins nendoni into ndiyibone kwamakhelwane, friends house, and always I'd be like, really I'd really want to have that for myself one day. And even like uthula anduba okay ibra funeka ibambe istima nendoni, I'd always be looking like amadala nasekhaleni, yo one time akabani bamcwanga so it's really been influenced by abantu around me. Ilanda ukuthi mhlawumbe umuntu okanye umntwana okhuliswa i-community and not necessarily by the mother alone or the single mother alone or that individual family. And how's it go, baby?
What influenced me in a relationship? Well, Nam, I was raised by a single parent. My father was around time to time. I really wished he was like around 100% of the time. Like I wish he was a full-time father to me, because like I had brothers, but I didn't have the male father figure or male figure yomuntu omdala like onesidima njengobesithi utete ba like nathi ndibone nami otata bebethumi zami ba yo tata haloli tata kabantu ba like he's so double stimarish and uyigrot man, you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brothers were young. My brothers were young, so growing up I was like, okay, kuba ndibona abazali bechomi zam come from amakhaya ane both parents. Now I wish one day God could bless me ndibe nomyeni and children sihlale under one roof, not lento ba umane kufika utata akho zokubona okanye uhambe uyobona utata akho emsebenzini wakhe. I didn't like that. Yeah, it hurt me kakhulu. I would even lie to my friends. Did you know my parents are married? He works in another town. So when he's not busy, he's very busy. Like I'd lie. If you guys remember my stealing video, I did mention that he's away for business, so he gave me imali enga. So I really think I had issues growing up. I had daddy issues, but I think the gap between me and my siblings helped because ndakula and experienced imichato yes siblings zam. I was like, okay, at least ekhaya ne kukho abantu who are achieving this dream of mine. Yoba, they are married, they have children, because kwaqala kwachata my sister in December kwakhe, and she had kids, they moved in together, and I was so happy for her. And okay, like if my sister is doing it, definitely now God will bless me with a union and children under one roof. And then came my brother. He also took a wife. He got married. So I'd say what influenced how I was in a relationship, how I am in a relationship is basically my brother's union. Like I admire them so much. Yeah, omakhelwane bam neighborhood yam kwakho single mothers. Like andikhumbula umzi like around phanga sekhaya no. Kwakho single mothers, yabo. So if a married couple, they don't have kids, like in my neighborhood. So like I'd say nyani, I was about 15 ubona kwam uba okay, like I really like union and his wife, and it's something that I want now in my future. And how my sister-in-law was to her husband, respect, yonke lonto, and how my brother loved his wife. So I was like, okay, uThixo ngase andblesse nami ngomyeni onje. So yeah.
Yeah, I think while we're at it, maybe we'll invite you guys to jump into the comment section and share with us that one couple, that one mother, that one father, you know, la grotman as a area, okanye la oleti as a area that really influenced and shaped how you are in a relationship. Oba ubona yena uqonda yo ngase ndenze kanje okanye ngase ndibenje in my future relationships or in my current relationships. I think moving on to the next element that we're going to chat about around influence, I think this one is where me and my wife are so different, and I think it's the TV consumption. Like for me, like TV no bukela things that are live mainly. I dread watching scheduled TV. From varsity, I've always been the guy, series. I don't want to watch things when they're scheduled to play. I want to watch them in my own time. And the only reason I watch something when it's scheduled to play is because it's alive, it's happening at that point in time. So I've always been Mjidawe lives, and I think that comes really from growing up with my uncle, my late uncle, Upojom, and he would always have one or the other DVD, specifically around documentaries. I really love documentaries. It's also one of the things that I consume the most on YouTube. If you'd see my search history, you check out Vox is there. Today I found out, and there's many other cool YouTube channels that I watch and that are more documentary and explainer style videos. And I think these come from getting to understand the history, Soccer World Cup, or Football World Cup or FIFA World Cup, and that came from my late uncle who was a soccer coach and a soccer player, and he'd share all these books and all these different DVDs of the World Cup. And at a point in time, I was actually a collector of the World Cup DVDs. Magazine, I think it was called Kickoff. I think it's the way I read things online this day. But every time you'd buy a copy of Kickoff magazine, it would come with a DVD of sort, and you'd be able to watch history, whether it's Spain 1982, Mexico 1986, and all those different World Cups. So I'm really big on documentaries. If it's not a documentary, usually then for a live sport. And I think also playing sport, wanting to learn from the pros is another thing that really influenced how I consume my TV.
Okay, so now I don't know how to explain this. I'm not really a TV person, am I?
You are.
Not like
Gomorrah.
Yeah, because it's Yadala and I'm here, so.
Like when we didn't have DSTV the other week, you were like, you're on pussy.
No.
You were.
No.
You were.
Not.
You were.
Mamela.
And you were following it on YouTube, watching clips. Actually, can I finish? The river ubukela le season edlala ku DSTV ndondoni uphinde ubukele le edlala ku One Magic all at the same time. You can't watch izinto ngepage like lo abesimubukela no,
but I still follow kakuhle, like as in confused. I'm not a freak though.
And one
thing about me, I'm not a freak. Do you know why? Because my sister Unela TV, trust me. Unela, we grew up like she would.
Did she influence you?
She did influence me because she was home most of the time at Bugeli TV. That's my eldest sister though. She was home most of the time at Bugeli TV. And if she's not at her friend's house, she's at home watching TV, hawking over the remote. Akafunu nika mtu remote. Uchinja hapa ku sisters akangeneki ubukelo cha izinto nela wezibukela she used to hello she used to
use the volume. We can't chat, we can't do bugger.
Miss it in our own home.
But anyway, that's a story for another day.
So my sister, like she would watch boring stuff, like isn't that I don't like. She used to watch The Bachelorette, The Bachelor, or Survivor, or Fear Factor. I don't like those things.
So kind of game show of sorts. Contestants.
Yes, no. Kwakudlala ntoni na ku-Mnet? Dala sasingena i-DStv ke khaya kudala. U-Mnet idlala uyidlala weekends most u-Mnet.
Open ndondoni.
Emalanga kodwa I think. Ngo-5 yaphela.
3 to 5.
Yes.
Open time.
So it's quite asazi kumbazi ntoni ke my memory is quite blurred because I was young. She used to watch kodwa u-Mnet sasiyazi ba if ungene u-Mnet ke weekend unela i-TV yakhe. But mnake, personally for me, I'm a soapy girl. I am a reality. What was it? Telenovela. I don't know what it's called now. I don't know why. And then I'm a reality show kind of girl. Specifically, Mentana Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but if you are a Keeping Up with the Kardashians fan, you know that we don't have other new seasons coming, which is very sad. But as for me, season 1. And I was watching
Kardashians,
it's my sister Chloe. No, Chloe, then Nolili and Courtney, because Nolili had kids, so she was Courtney, and Courtney had kids, and then Nella was Kim. Kim didn't have kids at the time, and then Sas by 3 nuts.
Kylie,
Kalung Sassy by 3 and it. So,
oh, good God.
They don't have a sister-in-law, so. I'm sure she wouldn't want to be Rob's baby mama, for those who know Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So I am that kind of girl, and news here and there, but I understand the rate now that in my motto. But back in the day, I used to watch news like before I'd give myself an hour or 30 minutes for news just to stay updated, and then I'd move on to my soapies and stuff. But in music, I'm a big fan. Yeah,
you haven't watched a lot of music of late, yeah?
No, I don't like watching music videos. Like I want to listen to music. I don't want to watch music videos.
But when we started dating, I remember you'd watch.
Me?
Even when we first moved here,
I want to listen to music since we don't have a hi-fi. But now, because sometimes balele when I'm cleaning, that's the chance, that's the opportunity I get to clean. So things are different. But then if I go channel all can't clean. Then when I'm sitting down for lotion by school and get my Kardashians and stuff. But like you can take away TV for months. I'm perfectly fine with my music. I love
What
music.
influenced that?
I think it runs in the family. If there is such a thing. Yeah, because my mother loved music, my brother loves music, I love music. My two sisters...
Is it Penny Spare? No, Penny Spare, I think. No. Penny
no, Michael Jackson, no Perry White,
Close the door.
So I think you see this, like my brother has them. Like she, then she had a record. I don't know where they are
TV? Country music, by channel, country music, radios, DMX, no.
So Mama was a music fanatic. Like she loved music. My sisters, they don't really like music. Only Utanda. But now Utanda because her son loves music. But yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I think the last one that we...
And it's time the series, by the way. I don't like this series. I don't like documentaries.
I've tried to convert you.
I don't like movies. Not than a laptop, but a laptop I'm actually because like...
How can you not want to watch
documentaries? To Durban because I had that laptop from Matric and they were like, we check in the laptop, but a movie, a series, there's nothing, there's just music. And I'm like, that's what I like. I'm just telling you, that's the laptop, that's the speaker. Laptop, speaker, in my room when I was in high school. So, okay, when I came to Durban, we had this my friend of series even now, did you want this series? Like during lockdown, and I was just not having it.
You did like Blood and Water. You did like what is this other thing?
Suits. I did like Suits.
You liked Suits, but like you're too far behind, and you wouldn't watch it alone. You'd want me to watch it with you, but I've watched it already, and then bore alone. So,
no, baby, we have kids, so I couldn't have watched it alone because that's what I'm
like you wouldn't want me to sleep while you binge.
No, we must watch with me.
Next. She'd want me to spoil all the time, like what happens next.
And just mind the spoilers.
No. So I think we'll move on to the last one. I think Len, I'll let you lead fashion sense.
Like what? My fashion sense? I think it comes from within.
No influence whatsoever.
Okay. It comes from within because as a child, I used to, like I was in grade 5, I used to then I was good at drawing.
Good days, no bold.
No.
Sketch.
No. Like no days the kind then they will limit up because of the kissing and
No bold fashion,
no bold. Yes, the first does. So I wasn't influenced by them with the drawing, but I just wished that
okay.
I just wished that I could be a fashion designer one day. That's fashion house, fashion for passion or passion for fashion. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember correctly. For but if fashion or your passion, I'm not sure. So I used to have a file, flip files, then Mama would buy me drawing pencils and papers. So I would sketch and draw dresses and tops. I actually used to draw crop tops, and crop tops were not in fashion back then. So that's why it comes from within, because I'm when a crop top between. like thought of it, but this would actually be nice with a high-waisted skirt, and those things were not in fashion back then. So I think it comes from within. Then influence, as I grew up, came from the Kardashians. And wow, like I rocked their outfits. I rocked the outfits. Chloe specifically. Like, wow. Okay, kaloku. Yeah.
Says someone who doesn't like it TV.
But I'll choose music over a TV. I like TV, but it's not like, oh, I am doomed without TV. So my influence for fashion comes from the Kardashians and from within, mainly from within, because now I don't necessarily imitate outfits from the Kardashians. I just mix and match whatever I have in my closet in the pume ndi baba. He knows. Any stress.
Yeah, anyway, I think from my side, largely it comes from my uncle yet again, late uncle. I think he influenced me quite a lot, especially around sport, clothing. You know, he's always looking for, you know, simple things, not so popular out there. You know, something about being different for him. And there's also something about being different from any time, and I don't want to be the first to get it before everyone else. I'd much rather not have it. But also in Ireland, at that point in time, I don't afford it. 2-3 years later, whenever, 5 years later, when I finally have the means to get it, even if I say line in, at that point in time, I'll get it. When I finally feel it's the right time to get it, I've always wanted it, I get it. So denial and I don't know, but it's so happy. But I think in terms of how I dress, the kind of t-shirts I get most of the time, they're largely influenced by my late uncle Upojom. And I think, yeah, that's what influences my fashion taste and how I dress. I think in terms of the formal side of things, because I've never really seen him from a formal side of things, it's more Instagram pages. Yeah, I do kind of look for looks and so forth on social media when we've got a big event coming up at work or something like that. So yeah, that's what really has influenced my fashion sense or taste. I think to close it off, again, we'll invite you guys to comment down below. What's that one thing that's had a big influence in your life, specifically in terms of how you live your daily life, whether it's how you dress, whether it's how you consume TV, or whether it's how you are in a relationship. What's that one big thing, or who's that one influencer, you know, the one that was the influencer before influencers became a thing. But apart from that, it's been a wonderful chatting with you guys. And also learning. And also learning.
I want to talk so badly.
Babe. But sinjalo nje sithi until next time. Bye bye.